Hey everyone, I'm Mine, and this is set number 75550, Minions Kung Fu Battle from the LEGO Minions theme. This set contains 310 pieces, 3 minifigures, and will retail for $39.99 in the US. This set was originally supposed to come out in 2020, but was delayed till 2021 because of the pandemic, but now it's finally going to be coming out on April 26th of this year. This copy in particular was sent to me early by the LEGO group through the LEGO Ambassador Network, but all opinions expressed in this video are my own. So, without further ado, let's get on to the review. So here is the main build of the Minions Kung Fu Battle. This set's really interesting to me because when this set was first revealed, before I knew LEGO Master Network was going to be sending it to me, this was the one and only Minions set I was kind of interested in, and I was like, oh hey, I think the design of that's like really interesting. Like, I love the colors and the overall aesthetic. I might get that set. The other four I didn't really have any interest in, but this one I was curious about. Now that I have all 5 Minions sets, somehow this one I think is my least favorite. One major factor of that is just the size of it. This thing is surprisingly small. Like, it's smaller than the Ninjago Tournament of Elements from this year, and that's $10 cheaper. As like a $20, $25 set, I think I'd like it a bit more, but $40, oh my goodness, that's absurd. Even price aside, there's just not a lot going on here. The most interesting thing about it is the banana aesthetic, because obviously the Minions have their whole banana meme, right? They love the bananas, haha, funny. And whatever, yeah, but the design of this build incorporates the bananas in multiple places, which I actually think is really cool. You can see the spikes on the edge here are red bananas, which I think are pretty cool. It's cool to get them in that color. Then there's a golden banana down here, and then a tan banana over here as a weapon. And obviously a yellow banana on this thing right here. Those are all like really cool recolors for these parts. I actually genuinely really like having them in this set. I also like this dragon guy right here. We'll take a closer look at him in a second, but I think he's a really cool inclusion. Other than that, I was pretty disappointed by this, but let me show you each part of it. Here's the little dragon float build. I'm a little mixed on this guy. I love the design of the head. I think it's super cool. I like these golden leaf pieces coming off, and he uses like frogs as the horns on top of his head, which I think are awesome. I love whenever they use the Lego frog pieces for like non-frog things. I think that's really funny. And then I love his like big eyes and his mouth that can like hinge open and everything. I think he looks super cool. Unfortunately though, my interest in him kind of wanes because he's just not very big. He ends abruptly, like he only has 2 sections after that. I think it would have been really cool if it was like this long, elaborate like dragon float. Additionally, you can see I have him like stabbed into the ground right here because that's the only way to really like display him up. The minions are shown in the box art holding him, but they like there's no way for them to hold him and stand up in real life. You have to like stand them on top of studs like this because otherwise this guy's too top heavy for them to carry in any form. You're only able to hold 1 stick at a time unless you have like 2 minions holding each stick. Like, you can't actually have this guy flying, which is a little disappointing to see. It's definitely one of the more interesting parts of this build, though. I will give him that. And I do like it overall. It's just not what I was expecting it to be. Removing that, though, you can see there's a little weapon rack right here. You can see there's like this little tan banana weapon right here. I really like this. Again, as I said, I think that's super cool to get that recolored in that color. It actually kind of looks like a peeled banana, which is interesting. You could actually use it as that. And then you have like a tan Sensei Wu staff right here. Ninjago doesn't use this piece of this color very often. I'm sure they've done it before, but I don't have a ton of it in this color, so it is cool to get it in that color. But as for this left section, yeah, there's not much else going on. When coming to the main section in the middle, this is definitely the like best looking part of the build, but I don't know. I was expecting maybe a little bit more from it. There's a little room in here, and you can see there's a little like medallion with a dragon on it. That's actually a printed piece. That one's pretty cool. I really like this piece. It's one of my favorite parts of this set. I don't believe it's used in any other theme. I guess it could have been used in like Monkey Kid or something, but yeah, that's a really cool printed piece. Like, I've never seen that before, and I really like getting that here. And then, of course, as I said, there's also a golden banana on a stand, which you can remove. I like the design of the wall in the back there, too, and you can see there's some lanterns hanging off of the build. Moving up, you can see there's the teal roof right here. You have those, like, corners hanging off that use the bananas on the ends. I think those are really cool. They honestly don't look the best in person, but it is a creative idea and fits the whole Minions theme, so I'll give it a pass there. I think that's really fun, and it's more interesting than just doing, like, the same standing corners they do in, like, Ninjago or Monkey Kid. And then at the top of the build, you have 2 more spikes coming off with the bananas. You may notice that there's some stud shoes right here. These are meant to represent fireworks. You can just push down right here, and it shoots out the stud. These use the brown stud shooters, which are pretty interesting. I haven't seen these in a while, I think, since Ninjago Skybound, so it's cool to see them being used again. And then there's also a play feature with this section. If you push down right here, a minion can fly through the door. If you look around the back, you can see that there's some pipe pieces right here, and then if you come down, there's this little area right here. This is where you can actually load up the minion. And then, as I just showed, if you push down right here, he flies out. It's an alright play feature, personally not one I enjoy too much, but I could see how kids would like it more than me. And then finally, on the right side here, you have this little like training dummy on some splack ears. I like the splack ear pieces, I appreciate getting them here, but the actual build here is not that interesting. The training dummy is about as simple as they come. It's holding a sword in one hand, a banana in the other. The purpose of the second spike gear is you put a minion on the other side and you have it fight the training dummy, which, honestly, it's a pretty alright play feature. I enjoy that. I think it's done, like, well enough, but it's not the most exciting thing, and I don't know. It's just, I don't know, for $40, I'd expect more than just, like, these two tiny play features on this tiny little build. It just, yeah, it just doesn't feel like there's enough here, in my opinion. But that's about all I got to show you for this set, so now let's move on to the minifigures. Here are the three figures in the set. We have Stuart and Kevin in what LEGO.com calls their Kung Fu outfits, and then we have Otto. All three of these figures are actually exclusive to this set, which is pretty cool. Stuart and Kevin both have exclusive new face prints for this set that they don't have in any other set. This set is the main way to get these outfits. You do get Bob in the same outfit in the Brick Built Minions set. However, you only get one of the outfits in that set, so if you want all three of the main minions in this outfit, you need to get that set and this set. It's the same exact outfit for all of them, though, so you can easily swap, like, which ones are wearing it. Otto's the only one that can't wear the other outfits. Speaking of Otto, he's exclusive too. Otto only comes in two sets, and one he is, like, kind of shocked, and this one he's smiling, so this version of him is exclusive to this set. Other than that, he's identical. He has, like, the same, like, body design and the same, like, headpiece and everything. He just has a happy face in this set and a shocked face in the other set. I've reviewed Minions figures before, so I'm not going to go too in-depth here, but yeah, these guys are really, really great. I genuinely love how they did these. They capture, like, the animated personality of the Minions really well. Personally, I'm not a fan of the Minions designs, like, in the movie, but as LEGO figures, like, translating the animated designs into LEGO form, LEGO did about as good of a job as they could have. They still feel like LEGO, right? They have studs on top of their heads, they have studs for the eyes, and they have, like, the minifigure hands and everything. But they're instantly recognizable as Minions, like, they didn't cut any corners with these guys. My one real complaint is with both Stuart and Kevin, and it's in the eyes. The printing on the eyes is really, really poor. You can see the difference between the printing in their eyes and the printing in Otto's eyes. I guess because they used the yellow color, they couldn't make the white as bright, so the white on, like, Otto's eyes is really bright and vibrant, and it's perfect. It's exactly what it should be. But these two, the yellow is dull and the white is dull, so it makes the eyes feel like, I don't know, it feels less animated. It feels out of place. It doesn't match the yellow of their skin and everything. And especially having them next to Otto, the white of the eyes doesn't match either. It's just a little bit odd to me. It's not a huge deal, and the figures still do look good, it's just something to keep in mind. Otto, by the way, really, really funny figure. I love just, like, the larger minion design. The way he's connected is really strange, too. Like, that's what his lower body looks like with his head removed. And with the eyes removed, his upper headpiece is really strange, too. It reminds me of, like a turret or something. I could see this being used on, like, a Star Wars droid in a few years. So, like, that would not shock me. It's a really interesting part. I actually really like it. Otto also has a pretty interesting little hairpiece on top. It's just a tiny little thing, but I like that it's included here. And that's about the extent of what I have to say for these guys. I think they're good. Good representations on the minions. I like them. So overall, would I recommend this set? Honestly, no, I wouldn't. It's disappointing, because as I said, this is the set I was most excited for from this theme. But if you're interested in the Minions theme and you're spending in this price range, I recommend you get the larger brick-built Minions in their lair set. I reviewed that last year, and it was one of my favorite sets of the year. I'm not a huge fan of the Minions franchise, but that is an incredible set and an incredible value, and, like, I highly recommend, like, if you're going to spend $40 on this set, get that set instead, because that set is usually on sale for $40, and if you could get it for the same price as this one, that set is a million times better. This set's unique, I'll give it that. Like, it's not entirely terrible. Like, my concerns are mostly with its value and its size. However, it is definitely unique, and that's something I will give it, because a unique set's more interesting than a boring set. But yeah, I definitely think there's better options out there if you're interested in the Minions theme. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you again to the LEGO group for sending this to me. I greatly appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please press like and subscribe if you're new. I do LEGO videos like this every single day, so if you subscribe, you'll be the first to see them. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.